All this work that we're doing, brothers, for this ministry, eventually is going to pay off. You better believe it, man. It's going to pay off like you'll never believe, okay? And by the way, we're the highest value male on this planet. The men of the Lord, the men of this truth, the hopeful elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the highest value male there is.
I went on a first date, and when I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, "Oh, like right." And then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out, and I was like, "Wow, this is different, right?" So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird. Did you say he opened your car door?
High five.
No. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, "Y'all, that's my bad. I just realized and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it." And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanted. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was he corny. But he really did everything that we want. But
all right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And the peace and blessing and salutations, hopefully they got there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. And what I want to get into in this lesson, responding to a lesson done by the elder Manata Zakba, they're going to how freedom, has destroyed her, or freedom has destroyed women, as he was speaking about, in this lesson. And he had a few more clips in here of our women, women, showcasing, degenerate, behavior. All right. And it's in a result to, too much liberty, And another aspect I want to get into, because it's a spirit, because, like I said, I be thinking, I have a lot more time to meditate, analyze, think, and I'm very analytical, and it's a gift and a curse, because sometimes you can overthink. But as I'm riding around, analyzing, thinking, meditating, and I was thinking, because I'm very interested in the psychology of how people think and their decision making, because there's always a root, a root cause, to decision making, so. I'm pondering, and one of the things that hit me is, one of the things that we suffer from as a people, men and women, is low self-esteem. That's a thing that we're plagued by as a nation, is low self-esteem, and it's due to us falling away, from who we are as a people, falling away from our power, all right, and also us, even in, you go from the 60s on up, us falling away from our gender roles, there's phases to us, falling away, we fell away from who we were, all right, but you still had structure in the family, all right, and then, you go into the 60s until now, where the feminist movement, was pushed, which the women of the tribes, they took that and ran with it, and you have the culture what we have today, all right, but we fell away even from gender roles, as a people, and that has a lot to do, with our low self-esteem issues as a people. And one thing about it is truth, that's one of the things that it begins to heal, because we'll never be fully healed, in this flesh, we got so much trauma, built into these bodies, and we just got to be changed. All right. But the truth does begin, the healing process, from these wounds of captivity, from these wounds of westernization, man. All right, because this captivity, okay, followed by westernization, you know, it dealt us a heavy blow. Okay, and just speaking, you know, this woman, because the woman, she's like, you know, her mind, she's like, you know, the women speak about the type of man they want, this and that. Okay, but then, you know, when they get, you know, a particular man, okay, that treats them a certain way, they really don't want that. And it's really not that they confused in what they want. It's from low self-esteem. You see, what we just listened to was a woman that has low self-esteem, which the majority of our women, they have a low self-esteem. So that's why you see them react, okay, to a good situation. Because when you go into the definition of low self-esteem, all right, let's get the definition. A little article I was reading. All right. So this is a very well mind. All right. It says self-esteem is about more than just generally liking yourself. Okay. Matter of fact, let me start here. Okay. It says low self-esteem refers to a person having an overall poor sense of self-value. It essentially means having a poor opinion of yourself. Low self-esteem can encompass a range of factors such as your sense of identity. Okay? We fell away as a people first. Matter of fact, let's get that. We fell away as a people first. Okay? Lost our identity, man. This is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee, and I will call thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. All right, so we fell away. We discontinued from who we were as a people. You know, and we started being called by these bywords, man, because that name Yasha'Allah Israel, that attached us to a legacy of the sons of God. Okay, they attached us to a legacy of greatness, man. And when we fell away, when we discontinued from there as a people, all right, that did something to our self-esteem. You know, even when you go into the Syrian Empire, one of the things that they would do when they would conquer new territories and new people, they would displace, you know, those people from their native lands, and it did something to their self-esteem because they would be in a foreign land, and that would pretty much deter a rebellion, okay, because they was in the new land. Okay, because if you get conquered but you're still in your native land, you know, you're attached, you know, to that legacy that comes with that land. You know, you still will, like, you know, it will provoke a rebellion, you know, because of the legacy tied to that land. But them displacing, you know, the Syrian Empire, they would displace, you know, that the people they will conquer, you know, and it would do something to those people's self-esteem. It would diminish, you know, their self-esteem, you know, because they would be in the new land. Okay, so us being brought into captivity over here in the Americas, you know, that was the first phase of a blow to our self-esteem as a people. Okay, and it says what? We will serve thy enemies. You see? So that's why when we bring out the gospel, our people, it's hard for them to fathom us being linked to greatness. It's hard for our people to fathom us being linked to rulership. Okay? Now, going from there, let's get this here in Jeremiah. That said, we will serve thy enemies, and under our enemies, you know, Jeremiah 30:12, it said, for thus said the Lord, thy power, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. Okay? There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou has no healing medicines, man, because outside of Yahushua, there's no healing for our people and the wounds that they suffer. You know, that's why Yahushua is the first phase of our recovery. You know, our recovery, all right, from the wounds of this captivity began with Yahushua. Okay? And outside of Yahushua, there's no healing. Okay? That's why people only get worse and worse. It don't matter how many podcasts come out, how many points that these guys in the manosphere make. You know, None of those things matter. All right, you can tell Eve by herself all day. It's deeper than that. That's a wound. Like what we just heard was someone, and she represents all right the multitude. All right, but what we just heard, how she reacted to a man, treating her like a lady. Okay, was someone suffering from low self-esteem. Okay, and we all suffer from that. Some more than others. I know and we still go through certain things, low points, but it was, we all go through a phase, especially younger, when it was bad, man. When we just had this low self-image of ourselves, man. So I'm speaking as one, that's been through it as much as anybody, man. Okay, and it says, verse 14, and it says, and thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. Okay, so that chattel slavery, it put a deep wound in us, man. Okay, and then after the chattel slavery, okay, you had the psychological warfare, okay, of these different doctrines and philosophies that fathered the affliction of us as a people, man. All right, we fell away from who we were, but then we fell away from our roles, all right, and our gender roles, man. Okay, more so the women, because hey, without the lesson we that I did yesterday, the men, the earth can't function with men, falling away from their gender role like the woman did. Like the majority of the women just fell completely away from their gender role, man. All right, and the men, all right, the degenerate, Jakes that was, that came from that. All that goes back to feminism, man. Okay, like the elder brother Zahab, he went into that lesson, the value of an everyday man, and one thing we know that because Esau pretty much reduced the man, to a salary. Like the majority of women. See, that's another thing. That's another philosophy that came with feminism. The man was just reduced to a salary. How much he can provide, how much can he pamper, his ability to pamper, the woman. Not because see, a man being in the house, it gives the not only the son but the daughter a reference. Okay, it gives her a reference. Okay, the reason why she thought that was corny, okay, because she never seen men treat women like that. But imagine if she had a father and she seen her father, open the doors, for a mother. Okay, if she seen her father, her mother just randomly dancing in the house, smiling, laughing together. Okay, if she seen, her father, all right, treat her mother a particular way, talk to her in a particular way, encourage, she's hearing her father encourage her mother, thanking, her mother, building her mother up. Imagine if she seen it. Okay, she will have a reference point. Okay, she will have a reference point. So that's why I say the father, the man in the house, was much more than just a salary. Okay, which, going back to the feminist movement, that's what they reduce men to. All right, and that's why a high value man in today's time is based on the salary. Okay, not character. You see, which money is needed as a man. Of course, you want to try to, as a man, all right, you want to be as established as possible. You want to, try to be as financially established as possible, man. Okay, well, just because you don't make what this man make, that doesn't mean that you're less of a value than this man. Okay, but all that plays into, the low self-esteem, man. Okay, And you look at the decisions that our women make, because their reference points of men, all right, is the degenerate niggas, man. That's their reference point. They're used to niggas calling them hoes, bitches, and you know, they're used to men just popping them and not really being around, not really, you know, guiding them, and you know, they're used to that, man. They settle for those things. A lot of, like, a woman, you know, she can try to play independent and strong and confident, like she, you know, confident in herself, but her decision making gonna show you what her self-esteem is. A man decision making gonna show you what his self-esteem is. Okay? We can try to act like we got it, and you know, we just this super confident, man, but our decision making, that's gonna show what our self-esteem is, how we really value ourselves, man. You know, the decision making, like, damn, you know, what you settle for, that show you, that show us where our self-esteem is at, man. Okay? So, going back into it, it says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of our iniquity, because thy sins were increased, man. And this is all a result of sin. You know, we're in these positions, you know, because of our sin. You know, because of our wickedness, because of our going off, man. Okay, that we're in this position, we're in this predicament, man. Okay, and it was for us to learn. And now, as we have to, the Lord pretty much just has us marinating, you know, in this situation. We have no choice but to reflect, okay, and be sorrowful, man, and repent. You know, now everything that the Lord was trying to tell us in Deuteronomy, now it makes sense. Okay, now it's making sense. All right, so now I want to go back to here. All right, it says going back to low self-esteem. All right, it says self-esteem is about more than just generally liking yourself. Did I finish this? Okay, it says low self-esteem can encompass a range of factors such as your sense of self-identity, self-confidence, feeling of being competence, and feeling of belonging. Okay, because you seen that woman, she felt like she didn't belong, that she was in awe. Okay, it like, damn. You see, it says self-esteem is about more than just generally liking yourself. It also means believing that you deserve love and valuing your own thoughts, feelings, opinions, interests, and goals. It can also play a role in how you allow others to treat you. Okay, how you allow others to treat you. When you have no true self-value, okay, you allow people to treat you any type. You allow people to treat you a certain way. You don't have when people dealing with you, you don't have expectations for them, because you just, you know, you feel like, you know, you're just happy to be liked. You know, I'll say there's a lot of men, all right, that you know, are in these situations, okay, and they feel like they just happy to be there, so they'll take the ill treatment. You know, the woman, they're in all these different type of situations, you know, they just link up with these particular men, you know, because they just happy to be there. You know, and one thing about it too, you know, like when these women, you know, men too, you know, when you from, cause like I said, I stayed in the hood, man. I stayed in the country. I done stayed in the suburbs, man. So I done seen this thing from all perspectives. All right, but one thing I know about the hood, you know, men and women, when you take them out their environment, see, they can be the man in the hood. Okay, they can be that guy. They can be big, you know, the done dada in the hood. Okay, but you take them 6 blocks over, okay, you see a totally different person, man. Okay, because they're only comfortable around other people with low self-esteem. Okay, a lot of women that get these, you know, that choose these same type of baby fathers because they're only comfortable around those men. Okay, that's all they know. They're comfortable around those men with low self-esteem. See, someone with low self-esteem, you know, someone that's confident in themselves, is offensive to someone with low self-esteem. You know, and a lot of those women, they're used to being praised, you know, by those jakes in the hood just based on how they look, you know. But when they step outside of that, you know, when they're not dealing with, you know, those Pookie and Ray Rays, okay, and those men, you know, don't worship them, okay, or you know, they don't feel superior to those men, because see, they feel superior, you know, to them jakes, you know, them low frequency jakes that they, you know, that they choose to procreate with. They feel superior to them jakes, man. You know, and for someone with low self-esteem, you know, there's like a coping mechanism to they low self-esteem is to choose someone to be with someone who even has a low self-esteem. Okay, you know, just an observation, man. But keep going on. It says interests and goals, all right, it can play a role in how you allow others to treat you. Having self-esteem not only impacts how you feel about and treat yourself, but it can affect your motivation to go after the things you want in life and your ability to develop healthy, supportive relationships. It plays an important role in a variety of areas in life, in which why having low self-esteem, okay, can be such a serious problem. All right, and you look at our people, man, we suffer from a case of low self-esteem on a high level, man. Okay, but this ministry, okay, is reviving us, man. Okay, we're being restored. You see, let's go there. All right, we're being restored, man. So a lot of decision making, you know, a lot of things, you know, you look at back at decisions and you're like, damn, you know, some things that you wouldn't dare do today. Okay, but low self-esteem played a major part in a lot of our bad decision making, man. Okay, this Philippians 1:6 says, being confident of this very thing, that he, all right, which have begun a good work in you will perform it unto the day of Yahushua HaMashiach. So the Lord, you know, has begun a good work within us, man, and he's healing us from those wounds. Okay, and we're going to be completely healed, completely restored at his coming. Okay, but you know, you look at things and you look at the woman like it's deeper, you know, because she is deeper, man. You know, it's deeper than what's on the surface, man. You look at Eve and how they move, you know, because even the ones that wear, you know, you think them the ones that's bold and confident that they wear these particular outfits. Nah, man, they got low self-esteem, man, and they banking on people's compliments and, you know, Jake, you know, whistling at them. They depending on that, like they need that, man. Okay, that's why they wear certain things that show you a low self-esteem, because a woman who's really, you know, sure of herself, she don't have to do that, man. Okay, Jake that you see, you know, all on top of the car in the club or the parking lot, that's low self-esteem, man. Okay, when you see Jake acting out, because men, they assure themselves they don't have to do that. Okay, let's go here. This is the book of Jeremiah. Even you see Jakes in Israel, man, that they got these platforms and they promote themselves, and, you know, got the cape flying all on the flyer, man. It's low self-esteem, man. Okay, Jake trying to be seen, you know, Jake got to have all these titles, and, you know, Jake got to, you know, doing things for clickbait. That's all that go back to low self-esteem. Okay, that's rooted in low self-esteem, man. Daddy issues, man. Like I say, the father not being in the house plays a major effect on the development of children, man. Okay, there's a lot of adults, okay, that have father issues, man. Like they didn't get their full development, man. Okay, this is Jeremiah 30:17. Said, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Okay, and Yahushua, he's healing us now, all right, with this ministry, with this word, and he's going to complete that healing that is coming. You know, he's going to finish that healing. We're going to be completely restored, man. Okay, to the sons and the daughters, of the Most High, man. Okay? These wounds, you know, is going to be closed up. All right? So, you know, Lord will, you know, you brothers and you sisters edified once again. I'm going to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.